And we're live! Welcome to Startup TNT Top 20 Pitch Night for Investment Summit number 9. It's week 261 of Thursday Night Tradition. We've been coming together every single week for 261 weeks to have fun, make friends, and build companies right here in Edmonton. I'm Zach Storms, one of the founders of Startup TNT, and I'm really happy to co-host tonight with Kyle Conserata, our brand new Edmonton lead. Kyle, how are you doing?
Pumped,
okay. Now, I know Kyle pretty well, but I think the audience doesn't really know you, so let's get to know Kyle in 1 minute or less. How's that sound?
Right, sounds good.
Okay, Kyle, what was your first investment with Startup TNT?
Environmental Material Science in the Clean Tech Summit of 2022.
He had to look that up on his cue cards. Great Saskatoon company. How many investments have you done since?
13.
13 investments. This is what we do at TNT. You come here for one summit, and you keep coming back for more, and then next thing you know, you're a full-time member of the team.
I'm hooked.
Okay, what's your professional background?
Chartered professional accountant.
You're in good hands tonight. We have an accountant hosting at a accounting venue. Could you ask for any more? And finally, what do you love about Edmonton?
Just how supportive and collaborative the ecosystem is. Everybody involved in the community, whether it be the universities, industry, accounting firms, law firms, we're all here to support one another and see each other succeed. And speaking of which, I'd like to welcome Dustin Sunby to the stage. He is the managing partner of MNP and also the gracious host of TNT here tonight.
Yeah, let's hear it for Dustin.
Holy cow, it's a good turnout tonight. It's great seeing everybody. On behalf of everyone at MNP, actually, thanks guys for the opportunity to host you guys tonight. It's going to be super fun. Going to get a chance to meet some cool new founders and hear about some exciting new ideas they have. But before that, I do have to apologize on a couple fronts. It was maybe a little disorganized as compared to some past events, and that falls on MNP. This is the first time we've actually had a hosting of this size here ever before. So we just took over this floor the start of about halfway through January. So yeah, this is pretty sweet. The second thing I noticed is excitement. Wow, this event, there's always lots of excitement, and maybe a little different than what we generally do in this room, which is training sessions. Like audit and tax generally don't garner as much excitement as this room, and we generally don't have as much beer either. So anyhow, this is fantastic. It's a jam-packed agenda today, so I won't take too much time, but I did want to thank everybody who's here today. You guys are all contributing to, I guess, the startup ecosystem here in Alberta, which is critical to the economy growing, so thank you for that. Startup TNT, you all being stakeholders, some of us here are being investors. We all have a role in supporting, like for the founders, we're helping get ideas off the ground. For the founders or the investors themselves who are digging through all the material, they're going to provide credence and validity for some of these ideas for their next raise, which is important. Certainly some scratch that these founders are going to generate, some dollars that are going to help commercialize some of their ideas is going to be super appreciated by them. But probably most importantly, I kind of look at Startup TNT and what we're all doing here is we're helping some of these founders gain some momentum, take that first step. It might be, I don't know, their first checkpoint, their first milestone, but it's gaining that momentum to hopefully commercialize some of their ideas. So thank you for that. One other thing I did want to mention. Oh, about baseball. We all know how hard it is to hit a home run. And in startups, I look at startups as though we have to have a lot of lines in the water in Alberta. We have to support a number of startups here in Alberta. And we have to then hope, and with some of the guidance that these folks here help, and all of you guys do with, some of them here in Alberta might be big hits. They might be Alberta success stories, and those Alberta success stories, they hire people. Not only do they hire people, some of those founders are going to monetize their investments, same with their investors will monetize their investments. And the plan is it stays here in Alberta to fund future investments, and then we go on and on and on. But it starts here, and it starts with us, and I guess in closing, thanks for letting MNP to be part of it. Thanks.
Thank you, Dustin. Great words of wisdom for all of us, and this is really a beautiful space. And so to officially kick off the program, let's start with a land acknowledgement.
Exactly. We acknowledge all the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit who have walked on this land before us. We recognize this land has been here before us and will remain after we are gone. The land embraces the spirits of lives that lived on it and shares the narratives of those who have walked on it before us. Today, we honor those elders whose stories this land carries. We aim to create a safe space for all Indigenous communities at TNT. Tonight, we honor their mission to gather the community and share stories.
Thank you, Kyle. And we've got 20 entrepreneurs here to share stories with us of their companies. Let's hear it for our top 20 founders, everybody. We got companies from all backgrounds, different stages of their journey. Kyle's been checking out some stats for us. Kyle, what are some summary stats of these companies?
All right, yeah, I'm a bit of a numbers guy here. So we got 5 hardware companies, 15 software companies, and a personal favorite of mine, we have 4 University of Alberta spinoffs.
Those are some impressive stats. We're going to hear from each and every one of them tonight. And this is a community pitch night. It's important that we're all welcoming. It takes a lot of guts to get up here on this stage. It can be intimidating. So let's hear big rounds of applause for all of our founders. Let's cheer them on, make them feel supported. They're putting a lot out there by pitching their ideas. And I do want to really emphasize that this is a lot more than just one community pitch event. This is part of our investment summit, which is actually an 8-week program. Kyle, tell us about it.
All right. Yeah, so this isn't a pitch contest. This is at the top 20, kind of a showcase event, where we're showcasing the top 20 companies in this summit that investors are digging into. So the due diligence process started a week ago. We have another 7 weeks to go, and the investor group of 25 or so local investors are going to meet the founders, have interviews with them, dig into the financials, legal, all that good stuff. And on June 13th, we're going to figure out who the top 5 are, and we'll make a live announcement on who is getting the $100,000 or so investment.
Yeah, it's always an exciting event, so please come back June 13th. Location might still be TBD, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And one thing to keep in mind, this started right here in Edmonton with a happy hour in May of 2019. There are now events like this happening right now in Calgary, Saskatoon, Winnipeg. We even have a happy hour now in BC. Can you believe it? And through events like this, we've now raised $13.5 million for 96 companies through 33 investment summits like this one. And that came from 400 investors. Yes, sir. Let's hear it for them. 400 investors, many of them writing their first investment check into angel investors. Many MNP partners have invested with us now, which is awesome. And so it really is quite impressive. What do you think, Kyle?
Yeah, and Zach's a humble guy. He's not going to brag, but what's amazing to me as an investor that started with this program a few years ago is that these 412 investors that have been involved in the last 4 years, it was news to us, but TNT was the most active pre-seed investor in the entire country in 2023.
That was quite the honor. CVCA reports us as the most active pre-seed investor in all of Canada in 2023. And we talk a lot about the founders, we talk a lot about the entrepreneurs, but it really comes down to a community of supporters like the people here tonight that make this happen. And we've got some really amazing partners and sponsors. We actually have 60 partners and sponsors across all of our regions. Here are the ones helping us out tonight in Edmonton for this summit. Many of them are here co-hosting with us. They're all dedicated to supporting founders, supporting Startup TNT, and the vision that we have. And so we're going to take a few moments throughout the night to give a little shout out to our sponsors. But for now, we're going to keep going because what's the main event?
Main event is the pitches. So we're going to have 20 companies pitching. Each company has 3 minutes to pitch. Everyone involved is very passionate about their business and has poured their heart and soul into it. So give a lot of positive feedback, constructive feedback. Scan that QR code on the screen, and they'll give you the ability to review their pitches, provide feedback, and I believe there will be QR codes around the facility as well on posters.
Absolutely. Can't stress enough that founders need a lot more than capital to raise money. We've had a lot of founders that meet at events like this. In fact, I think there's at least one team here where the founding team actually met at an investment summit a year and a half ago, and now they're back here pitching right now. So founders need a lot more than just capital. How can you help these guys out and gals all night long? And then finally, this is really important. After the event tonight, we're all going to go to Red Star. Werner's going to be there. He's very excited about it. And this is like a really important pub to the entrepreneur community here in Edmonton. It's where the entrepreneur's been hanging out for decades. We're going to keep that tradition alive. And there is an important tradition in Edmonton that I think my co-founder, Tim Lin, started on the day that I met him, which is you can buy your friend a beer at Startup TNT with a donation of any size that you would like to cheers at startuptnt.com, simple e-transfer. It can be $10, it can be $100, it can be $1,000. But you can be a small hero for your friends tonight by chipping in for the bar tab. And with that,
let the pitches begin. All right, so coming up to introduce our first group of companies is Angelo from MNP. Tell us a bit about yourself, MNP, and then we'll get started.
All right, thanks, Kyle. Thanks, Zach. Well, welcome. I know Dustin kind of give a little bit of background on M&P, but welcome to our space. Glad to see everyone here today. My name is Angelo. I lead our technology and innovation team here at M&P in our province. So that's a team that works closely with a lot of startup companies, a lot of entrepreneurs in this space, a lot of different tech companies, helping them support with an array of things. So working with supporting raising capital to fractional CFO services, navigate SHRED grants, helping expand internationally, all the way to helping prepare an exit. So for folks who are not familiar with M&P, we are an accounting consulting firm headquartered here in our province, and we've always been known as the firm for entrepreneurs. And that's why I am very excited today to introduce a set of entrepreneurs making a pitch. And I know it's very tough and nerve-wracking to be on stage. So what I want for the rest of the night is every time that someone comes in, give your best shot, increase that energy, because it's hard to be on stage today. So without further ado, our first entrepreneur on stage today is Andy from blueBell Village. Andy?
Go, Andy! Take this off.
Hello everyone, my name is Andy Carissa and I am the CEO of blueBell Village Limited, an organization dedicated to restoring the personhood and independence of those living with dementia. This photo right here you see is of my grandmother. My grandmother has Alzheimer's disease. She is the inspiration for blueBell Village. She is the reason that we want to create an organization to change the way that dementia is supported in our community. The home care market in Canada is $7.1 billion, which has generated over 4,000 organizations. These home care organizations provide daily health care support for families to help them try and navigate the care journey to keep the loved one at home longer. In this journey, we're seeing that they need extra support. They want the help. So the market is 650,000 people living with dementia. By 2050, it's going to scale significantly to 1.7 million. As we said, that's a big problem. We're seeing an exponential growth of dementia cases in our province and across Canada. This causes a problem on the healthcare industry, home care companies, and families as a whole. The burden is increasing significantly. They're having to figure out how do they cope with it. The companies themselves also have a difficult position. The way that they are currently supporting and navigating communication with families is manual in nature. It's clinical in nature. It doesn't focus on the nuances of the individual themselves. This causes a problem for the family. The families themselves have access to data to learn, how do I better care for my loved one? The problem, though, is that unless you understand the intricacies between frontotemporal dementia or Alzheimer's or any of the other dementias and how they directly impact each individual person, you may be misapplying what you've learned. All these result in a negative lived experience for the person living with dementia. Our tool, blueBell exists, or blueBell Connect, exists to solve this problem. blueBell Connect is a digital tool we developed in order to ensure seamless continuity of care across the dementia care journey and spectrum. It bridges the gap in dementia care services and ensures the family is in the driver's seat for the care system. blueBell Connect ensures that there's seamless communication, personalized recommendations, and that family are engaged the entire way across the system. When we look at blueBell Connect versus its competitors, we see three primary alternatives. Paper-based communication, care coordination apps such as Alaya Care or CareSmarts, or do-it-yourself solutions created by family that meet their specific individual needs. blueBell Connect is the only one that provides personalized recommendations, the personal security that you need. It's easy to use and ensures continuity of care for the individual with dementia, regardless of whichever care provider they're using. Our team, who you see here, consists of myself, Tammy, our Chief Health Officer, who has history in the home care space, Tam O'Reilly, our CTO, history in software engineering, and the rest of our team to support us. Overall, as an organization, we're led by a board comprised of seasoned industry executives. We want to take a moment just to acknowledge our partners here, and we want to thank you guys for your time. Please please join us in revolutionizing dementia care globally.
All right. So next on stage, we got Jamin from SpotCheck. Jamin, take it away.
Testing, testing. Hi, my name is Jamin, and I am one of the founders of the Nightlife Connect app, SpotCheck. Our mission is to provide a platform that allows like-minded people to connect and share experiences at venues tailored for them, while simultaneously providing venues with a powerful marketing tool to increase their customer traffic and revenue. Now, I want you to picture this. You're 18 years again, it's Friday night, and it's time to go out with your friends. So you have to find the perfect bar or venue for your night out. That's where SpotCheck lets you see the most popular spots in the city based off of how many people are currently there and where all your friends are going. Once you're at your spot, you'll be automatically spot checked so your friends know where to find you. We'll be the first app to show the profiles of everyone at the same location as you. This will help stimulate real-life connections by introducing icebreakers. Ever wanted to piece together your full night? Well, with SpotCheck, you'll get a summary of the spots you partied at and the people you partied with. With SpotCheck, you'll never forget another night out again. You're probably wondering, what are these spots that people go, or my bad. SpotCheck is free for people to use, and our target demographic is people aged 18 to 24 and post-secondary students. Because we're starting off local, you can see our more radical marketing techniques, like going out in our purple morph suits to bars and driving around our purple minivans. So, what are these spots that people go to? A spot can be anywhere people party at. This includes nightclubs, bars, sporting events, university events, music festivals, and much more, leaving us with roughly 83,000 potential spots across North America. These spots will pay us to be marketed on our service to showcase their specials, amenities, photos, and much more, and receive data analytics to see how many customers we're actually driving in. Plus, the people working at these spots are able to get verified. This gives the nightlife staff a platform to promote themselves so they can build a trusted reputation that will lead to more customers visiting them and them receiving more tips, but also more customer traffic for the venue itself. By joining our network, these spots will be able to increase their customer traffic, customer engagement, and revenue, while simultaneously decreasing their promotional expenses. SpotCheck makes money by charging these spots a monthly subscription fee, one-time hotspot promotion fees, and by hosting our own events. Since SpotCheck has been available for early access, we've accumulated roughly 270 users, 7 nightlife verified staff, and 14 spots on for free trial. And our official launch is this Saturday at Beercade for Alberta before we expand across Canada and eventually the United States. The money we raise will be used for our marketing budget, app iterations, and talent acquisition. My vision is not to create an app. My vision is to create a brand. My vision is to create a lifestyle. My vision is to innovate the way people connect with each other. Now, this is my vision, but together, we can make this a reality. Thanks, everyone. And if you want to download SpotCheck, you can use it for the after party as well to see how it works out.
Nice work. Give it up, Jamin. Great job. Hopefully there'll be a lot of folks at Beercade this weekend for the launch. But next up, our next entrepreneur is Dan from Sketchdeck.ai.
Okay, awesome. So my name is Daniel. I am the beneficiary of a past startup TNT investment. Startup TNT is doing phenomenal work, and all of you have been a part of that, and we really appreciate it. So I'm a former structural engineer, formed a company to tackle some of the problems that I saw out in industry. Every day, estimators are wasting 80% of their time counting material from blueprints. If you're not familiar with the construction industry, the way it works, general contractors get blueprints. They send those out to specialty contractors. And those specialty contractors are spending hours and hours counting time. This process is time intensive, it's manual, it's error prone, and it's extremely expensive. Our solution is a cloud-based AI platform that automatically counts this material. It works in 3 easy steps. You upload a PDF drawing, a bid. The AI detects the software, and the estimator can review that. Shortly after, the estimator can export the bill of materials. It's up to 10 times faster and over 95% accurate. This is a traction we've gotten since last year, July. We're up to 355 Canadian in ARR, and our average contract size is $24,000. We've had a fun time building out the software and driving impact for customers like this. This is Jay. He's a general manager at Motion Steel. In September, he was doing 30 to 40 bids a month. 95% of his bids were submitted on a Friday, and they were due on a Friday. Often, this led to missed bids. After Sketchdeck.ai, he's up to 70 bids a month. He's nearly doubled their revenues, and they're submitting bids ahead of schedule. He's freed up the estimator's time to focus on what actually matters within a bid. We've had a blast solving problems like Jay's. This market opportunity is massive. There are 480,000 specialty contractors across North America. We started with our beachhead customers in structural steel. Our go-to-market strategy is to start with structural steel, direct sales, conferences, partner up with other software providers, and expand into other trades within the specialty market, contractors, all the way to general contractors. Our competitors are focused on and using strategies that are completely different from ours. Automation is hard, machine learning is hard. We believe that focus and more automation will help us deliver that value and impact. Our focus is on specialty contractors. Our competitors are focused on general contractors. And this is a team that's delivering that impact. I'm extremely privileged to work with this group of people who have done a great job with building out the value. We'd love to connect with you, whether you're an investor, whether you're looking to work at a cool startup. We're happy to meet. Even if you're thinking about providing advice to a local startup, we'd love to connect and share our experience and have you guys join us. Thanks.
Great job, Daniel. Our next entrepreneur to the stage, we got Alexi from Vibe.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Alexi. I'm Chief Vibester at Vibe. And tonight, I'd like to introduce you to our platform. So let's start with the problem. I'm pretty sure most of us had a problem when you're trying to find a gift for your loved ones or friends or family members. And it's usually, you don't have time or lack of feeling to find something. You don't really want to find because we're an adult. So we have a solution for people that want the gift for themselves, for everyone in their family, friends, something excited, something that brings the emotion. We created the platform that will bring that emotion and will be hassle-free for you. Our platform enables you to explore, book, and enjoy the memorable moments in your life. You can find a great experiences all across the Canada, mostly picked by our team. And it's local companies, local experience providers that will be unique. You won't go to Banff for Jasper, and you're not going to be standing in a queue where 100 people's, waiting to ride a kayak or something like that. That's where you're going to find the great and unique experiences on our platform. When you buy in the gift experience on our platform, you're not just getting like, online sale or something. You're actually getting a unique gift box that is included with your purchase, and also you're going to be included with a postcard and some extra stuff that I will keep it as a secret. So if you get one of these, you will reveal it when it's going to be delivered to you. Let's talk about our target audience. Our target audience is local Canadian residents and tourists, which are getting more and more coming to Canada to see our beautiful country, where we have a lot of sceneries and a lot of spots to visit. Our business model is we take 20% commission on each transaction. So for example, if our average order value is $250, we would charge like $50 on our average fee. What we're looking for is to raise $1 million to increase product offerings, bring new experience providers, increase user base, and expand our team. This is our team. Golden team of 4. Volodymyr is our CEO, and we have developers Eugene and Mitro. And yeah, this is Vibe. If you have guys any questions, I'm ready to answer them. Thank you for having us today.
All right. Now to Zach for a word from our sponsors.
All right. Prairie's Economic Development, also known as PrairieScan, supports business innovation and community economic development through a range of programs. They provide funding to not-for-profits like our own and to small businesses. Some recent recipients of PrairieScan funding include Startup TNT Summit winner Drug Bank and Startup TNT Summit 5 side deal, 0 Point Cryogenics. Do you have an organization that's ready for PrairieScan funding? Visit their website for more information. Ask for Gigi. Applied Pharmaceutical Innovation, or API, is one of the largest life sciences commercialization organizations in Canada. They are an industry-funded not-for-profit that provides end-to-end support for life sciences researchers, businesses, and innovators on their path from idea to commercialization. And they are planning their second annual Life Sciences Week for the 3rd week of September. Stay tuned for more information in months to come. And finally, BDC, the bank for Canada's entrepreneurs. BDC supports small and medium-sized businesses in all industries and at every stage of growth. They offer both money and advice. You can even apply for a loan online right on their website. Looking for capital? BDC operates an entire family of venture capital funds, including the BDC Thrive Lab for Women that is investing $100 million in women-led businesses, and Startup TNT is a proud partner of BDC Thrive Lab. Back to you, Kyle.
Thanks, Zach. Introducing our next group of companies is Patrick from Osler. Patrick. Tell us a bit about yourself and Osler, and then we'll get started with the pitches again.
Sure. Hi, everyone. So as you mentioned, I'm Patrick Musgrave from Osler. I'm a lawyer, so I can feel the wave of disappointment sweeping across the room. But defying all lawyer stereotypes, I will keep this short and sweet, also recognizing that I'm not as inspiring as those who preceded me and who will follow. So briefly, I work at our Emerging High Growth Companies Group. So we represent technology startups all the way from ideation stage through financing rounds and exits. And then on the investor side, we represent venture capital funds, strategic investors, acquirers. So I think I'll leave it there. Happy to chat with anyone after. We're over there. And I'll introduce our next startup, which is Sonance AI.
Thanks, Patrick. Hi, everyone. My name is Rod. I didn't get my introduction slide, but that's fine. I want to talk to you today about medical AI research. AI researchers spend about 70% of their time tracking and managing data. These are rare, expensive medical researchers who are spending most of their time not doing science. And this matters because although AI has already impacted medicine, we're at the very beginning of a true paradigm shift. Not some, marketing speak paradigm shift, but a genuine sea change that comes every 3 or 4 generations and upends everything. Every aspect of healthcare is going to be altered by AI, from drug discovery to early detection of diseases to point of care practices. Our product, DataMint, flips the ratio of busy work to real work. with tools that are precisely targeted to the medical AI research workflow. You know, medical AI is always going to be about these huge image files, but it does not have to be about 4-hour uploads to Google Drive or a 3,000-line Excel spreadsheet tracking your experiments. We provide the data control and the auditing that's necessary for regulatory compliance while making the lives of scientists easier. But our vision doesn't end with research productivity. AI is going to impact every area of healthcare, and as it does, new systems are going to emerge. We don't know, nobody can know what those systems are going to look like. But our thesis is that AI research labs are going to be at the heart of that storm. We provide a home for medical AI researchers and a system of record for medical algorithms. And that, as such, whatever systems and applications emerge, we will be well positioned to provide the infrastructure that moves models out of the lab and into the hands of end users. The connection between algorithm users and algorithm makers and algorithm users. And this isn't just hand waving. We've already done it for the University of Alberta with an AI-powered ultrasound platform that lets researchers deploy their algorithms into the field and then moves the data from the field back into the lab to help tune those algorithms. It's currently in use supporting an ACE Concepts grant. We're moving pretty fast. After 5 months of development, we released our MVP in April. And since then, we've signed 2 customers with a third in the wings. Keep your fingers crossed. Our plan is to reach 10 paying customers by early July, then raise a seed round to propel our next level of growth. Our team is experienced and knows this space very well, partly because of our experience with Meadow AI. Meadow.ai was a groundbreaking ultrasound AI company that was acquired in 2022. 2 of us were founders of Meadow, and I was a VP. Partly because of that experience and other experience is we are driven to solve this problem for the sake of faster and better science, which will lead to faster, better, and cheaper healthcare. Thank you very much for your time. My name is Rod. If any of this resonates with you, I would love to talk to you. Have a great evening.
All right, everyone, that was an amazing talk. Next, I'd like to introduce Simon Zung from Nexzones.
Hey everyone, I'm Simon. I'm from Nexzones. Our slogan, unleash your creativity, share your story. So we are a comprehensive platform dedicated to the creation, sharing, and consumption of video and gaming content. Leveraging our platform's AI and ML technologies, we streamline and optimize the video and gaming industrial chain. So here's the problem statement. So highly specialized skills, tools, and infrastructures needed. Consuming considerable time and incurring high production costs, lack of uniform standards, and inconsistent distribution channels. Here's an example for the film and TV industrials. And this one is for the gaming industrials. And our solution, the Nexzones, we serve as an all-in-one platform, and we fix all problems. This is our product structure. As long as you have ideas, then you can generate an interactive video through our platform easily and make profits. Imagine every one of us would be able to create your own metrics. And the market potential, according to the projection, by 2028, the global film industry is expected to reach 980 billion, while the gaming market is projected to reach 400 billion. Average 80 to 90% of the gaming users also engage with video content. And comparing to the single revenue modules for the current industry, we have 4 different types of revenue modules. We expected that in year 10, we can easily generate like 400 million. And according to the recent published interactive video, it generated more than 10 million Canadian dollars. So I think we can hit that target easily. And this is our roadmap. and our milestone. So currently, we have developed the platform for internal usage. And we do the demo for our technology as well to test about our technology. And we just signed the agreement with the film company to use our technology. And our vision, our ultimate vision is to develop the AI capable of generating real-time interactive content, effectively bridging the gap between imagination and creations for users. Thank you.
All right, everyone, next please welcome Aisha from Click&Push Accessibility.
All right, what an energy in this room. And since the clock is ticking, let's talk about Atlas, an Edmonton-made accessibility navigation app. I'm honored, everybody knows, they announced it. I'm Isha, CEO of Click&Push Accessibility, and I'm honored to be standing here to represent my team of expert researchers, clinicians, biomedical researchers, persons with disabilities, caregivers, seniors, and our partner organizations that support inclusivity of our communities. Before I get into the problem, I want to bring this sad statistic up that Alberta is ranked the lowest when it comes to accessibility index nationwide. That's very sad. And another thing, the problem that I want to talk about rather than going into my slides is that one of our team founders, Arnie, wanted to be here but couldn't be here because he wasn't sure about the accessibility features of this building. It was too late for him to know that this event's happening here, book a DATS and be here and be confident in being here and attend the pitch, enjoy the work, all the hard work that we've been doing. And he's not alone in this. Barriers to accessibility, such as potholes, broken ramps, no information about accessibility or accessing that information online is a problem. Not only for the users, but also for event organizers, businesses that want to create inclusive events. These mobility challenges are dangerous. They disempower individuals, organizations, and ultimately increase the burden on our healthcare system. All the money that's going into building those strategic plans to improve our accessibility, do we have digital tools to measure the impact of those accessibility action plans? After doing extensive research, we realized there is no such digital tool, and hence we built Atlas. It is a mobile app with crowdsourced data generated by the whole community, not just people with disability, that identifies barriers and levels of difficulty. It is a cell phone app, so very accessible. It provides real-time notifications on barriers and can be customized to the person's need or the organization's need. In terms of our competition, I personally don't think Google's our competition. They'll likely acquire us. But anyways, for now, let's say that. And the other two competitors, Universal Access and Access Now, they're one-on-one consulting. So again, they're not in Alberta. And our friends from Peristing, who are pitching in Calgary right now, they're amazing, we love them, but their tool does not allow collection of data, longitudinal data on barriers. So we do stand out, and in terms of our traction, our success has been with B2B, the B2B model, especially for event organizers like Startup TNT, hopefully, and Cameron Corporation Development, who organized the Spring Fest at Manning Town Center. We'll be mapping the Experience Asia Festival and University of Alberta Library. Our goal is to have 5,000 users by end of 2026, learn from our pilots, create this as an automated tool, and today our ask is for connections to event organizers and mission-aligned investors who can support this cause and be a part of our solution, be a part of this solution. Thank you.
All right, next, please join me in welcoming Sheldon Jang from Swift Charge.
I was worried that Patrick's gonna ask me to pay for his invoice. Anybody driving electric vehicles here? Well, hopefully after the end of presentation, you will feel much better about making EV your next choice. So the future of mobility is electric. The road to EV adoption is a bumpy one. The real massive market EV adoption will be here when more under $30,000 EVs are in the market. When that happens, charging infrastructure will be the single biggest bottleneck. Hello, everyone. I'm Sheldon Jiang, co-founder and CEO of SwiftCharge. We're revolutionizing EV charging, starting in the travel industry. So why is charging infrastructure a challenge? Because it takes a lot of upfront capital, a lengthy time to upgrade the infrastructure, and a lot of expertise to maintain and operate. That is a challenge for most commercial property owners, especially hotel owners. When we think of hotels, we think of Hilton, Marriott, and all these large brands. But in reality, the owners and operators of these hotels are franchisees to the brands who do not have the capital expenditure budget or the required expertise to maintain or operate industry-grade electronics. That's why we have come up with charging as a service for hotel groups. So we finance the building of charging infrastructures, and we charge EV drivers for charging fee and share a portion of the revenue to hotel groups so they get positive cash flow from day one. We have a turnkey operations from design, engineering, and installation to maintain, manage, and repair of the charging stations so they can offer this amazing amenity to their guests without any of the hassles. We have also developed a proprietary software tailored for hospitality so they can manage the operation seamlessly and offer amazing charging experience for the guests. The reason we can take this on is because we have a proprietary technology, including cloud control, load management, where we are maximizing existing electrical infrastructure and remove the requirements to upgrade, spend massive cost on electrical upgrade. So let's look at the traction. So the hotel groups love this. Since we launched our charging as a service business model last October, we have signed 14 hotel groups, 280 hotels, and we have deployed in 25 locations, and we're on track to deploy another 30 locations in the next couple of months. When we fully deploy, we're going to have more than $1.2 million of revenue. So the market we're initially targeting is 30,000 mid-range chain hotels, which will take us to $1.2 billion. And the global public charging market is $300 billion a year. So I've been in the Edmonton startup ecosystem for a long time. I was previously with my first startup called Yardly, which I scaled across Canada and became an angel. After my exit in 2022, I became an investor with Startup TNT. I invested in my co-founder, John Yi, who was the original founder of SwiftCharge, who was also electrical engineer, PhD, who spent years in research with electrical grid and power generation. So we're raising $500,000 angel round right now because we're also leveraging that with $2 million of grants and subsidies to fulfill our existing contracts, deploying 450 locations and reach $3 million revenue in 2025. If you like SwiftCharge, feel free to support us, ask me for questions, and join me to power traveling and beyond.
All right, next, please join me in welcoming Rigel from Alberta Harvest.
Bear with me, I'm not feeling the best today, but try and get through it. So my name is Rigel Vincent, and I'm CEO of Alberta Harvest. When I was 5 years old, my father took me to downtown Vancouver to a warehouse above a grocery store where my uncle Bill was working on a project with a number of friends, an oilseed processing company called called Omega Nutrition. That company ended up being the first of its kind in North America, producing omega-3 fats from flax seeds. Now, 2005, after I graduated college, I got to work with my Uncle Bill again, and we worked on a company called Shape Foods, a $25 million project on a 70,000 square foot facility in Brandon, Manitoba, to produce state-of-the-art flaxseed oil processed products, omega-3 supplements. Today, people know that omega-3 supplements are necessary. 70% of people take a daily omega-3 supplement. Typically, when you take an omega-3 supplement, however, it's a small dose from an animal-based source like fish, and the oil is not good quality. And for this reason, we feel that the work is not done. So we've identified a solution to this problem. We've identified a company that works in Alberta that makes omega-3 oils, and we're going to apply our trade secret process innovation that improves the shelf life of the product, improving taste, and helping with issues in supply chain that are related to the short shelf life and refrigeration of the product that's otherwise needed. The facility that we've chosen to acquire, located here in Alberta, does an excellent job of manufacturing product, but the flavor and the shelf life are not fantastic. The capacity and the potential of this facility are fantastic. The price that we've negotiated with the current owner is 1x their current revenue, so 1.45 million. In terms of the product innovation, you can see in green our revised process. And the only real major change is we've improved filtration and we've added an oil stabilization step. What that does for us is it improves shelf life to 24 months and removes refrigeration, which means that you can find our product next to the olive oil instead of finding it in the refrigerated specialty goods section of the grocery store. I won't go into the science of how rancidity works. It's called a catalytic cascade reaction. It gets a lot worse when it starts bad. Because 70% of people are already using these products, we recognize that this is a mature market. However, there's still a huge potential for improvements. We want to be the only branded, shelf-stable omega-3 oil supplement that's available in grocery stores. In terms of our project ask, our major purchases are the real estate, the business, and implementation of the process improvements. And we've negotiated with the current owner a vendor buyback for $375,000, and we'll be negotiating as well. We are negotiating as well debt against the a mortgage debt against the real estate. We need $2 million in equity in order to help us with process improvement equipment and with making the initial purchase. If any of this is interesting to you, if you're interested in an asset-based project, please get in touch. Thanks so much.
Now to Christina from Alberta Catalyzer for a word from our sponsors.
I was inspired by Zach's radio voice quickly, so I thought I could do the next sponsorship plug. Hello. Glad to see you all here. So a word from our sponsors. Next up, we have USeed Hunter Hub. USeed funds, trains, mentors, and supports startup companies during the critical transitional space, which we're in right now, between innovation demonstration and commercialization. As the largest philanthropically driven university-based investment fund of its kind in Canada, USeed takes UCalgary and community-based research out of the lab and into the community where it will have the biggest impact. USeed and Startup TNT are co-invested in how many Alberta startups? 11 startups. Thank you, USeed. Next up, we have the Alberta Enterprise Corporation. So since its creation in 2008, Alberta Enterprise Corporation has been fostering a thriving venture capital industry in our province. Their goal is very simple: connect Alberta entrepreneurs, who are here in this room today, to capital industry in our province. They are paying dividends, over $1.1 billion of direct investment into Alberta technology companies. Thank you, Zach. Yeah, $1.1 billion, that's a lot of money. AEC was in fact the very first organization that offered to sponsor Startup TNT in the fall of 2019 before it was even incorporated. So thank you, AEC. And last but not least, we have Accelerate Fund 3. It is a $23 million seed stage venture capital fund that matches angel investment into Alberta technology companies. Did you know that 7 startup TNT portfolio companies have also raised money from the Accelerate Fund? 7. 7 is a great number. Give it up for that. Thank you, Zach. If you're a seed stage startup raising capital this year, reach out to Yasmin or Arden and build your relationships with your VCs early, like here tonight at this event. Back to you.
Thank you, Christina. Introducing our next group of companies is Chase from RBCX. Yeah. Tell us a bit about yourself and introduce the next companies.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kyle. So for those who don't know me, I'm Chase Christensen with RBCX. A lot of people probably don't know what the X is within RBCX. We get the privilege of working with technology companies across Canada from early days all the way up to IPO and beyond. Rather than giving the normal pitch for RBCX that I would say some people in the room have heard me say 10 times by now, I wanted to give a bit of a shout out to something that's on our website that may flip the script on the balance of the TNT process here. On our website, RBCX recently put out an article that's 25 questions that every founder should ask their VC. So rather than being the recipient to those questions, I challenge every founder in the room to really grill their investors. You're welcome, guys.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, so next up we have Neil with Wandering Shepherd.
Hello, I'm Neil, CEO and co-founder of Wandering Shepherd. We track the health and location of livestock, making producers' life easier while protecting their investment. The number one concern with producers is death during calving. They physically check on their herd, but often miss the calving process and sometimes come out to a dead cow or calf. There's approximately 34 million beef calves born in the US alone each year at a death rate of 3.26%. That equates to approximately $1 billion in annual losses. Our solution is a bolus that sits in the rumen, the largest of the 4 stomachs. We have 2 different sizes, one for small breed groups, animals like sheep, goats, and calves. We also have a large breed version for cattle, bison, and deer. It is made with a food-grade plastic that is safe to stay inside the animal for its entire life. Monitor your herd from any internet-connected device, even in your vehicle. We monitor things like temperature, which allow us to do breeding and calving, determine if the cows are pregnant, and also early illness detection before physical signs. I'd like to explain this screenshot. I was monitoring Sheldon's cattle for him and told him that cow 122 had a high temperature and should be calving within an hour, and that cow 115 had a slight temperature and should be calving within 4 hours, and sure enough, they did. Our solution saves producers time, money, and stress knowing that their herd are safe and healthy. Our business model is that we actually have 3 different subscription plans for our producers, either monthly, yearly, or a one-time purchase. And we also offer a full service plan for those that are just too busy to monitor themselves. Our team has experience in business, computer systems, marketing, sales, and cow-calf operations. To date, we have proof of concept. We have an MVP that's ready to be scaled and manufactured. We have paid field trials starting in August. And we are raising a pre-seed of $500,000 to get us to 20,000 installs and a 1 million ARR. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Sorry about that, folks. So next up, we have Sergey with Fanastar.
Hello, mic test.
Mic test. Oh, nice. Hello everyone. I'm gonna play a bit tonight and tell you a true story. This is Nikita. Nikita likes engaging with other people. He's a walk dancer and a big fan of Beyoncé. Like other fans, he's trying to engage with Beyoncé, liking, commenting her on Instagram, but never gets a reply from his beloved idol. The problem is, on socials and music streaming, stars don't have two-way communication tools. And so millions of fans are being ignored every single day. Because of lack of fan engagement, even superfans like Nikita spend more time and money on other entertainments such as video gaming. For the last 2 decades, super engaging gaming has been exploding, whereas the music industry growing slower than inflation. Money is literally flowing out of music, and artists are making less than a cent on each stream, so more and more musicians choose full-time somewhere else instead of doing music. With the fan engagement and gamification, though, we see a huge swing for the whole music industry. This is J-Scope, my hero, a newcomer from Nigeria, a hip-hop artist actively developing his career in Edmonton. Last year, he did 47 live performances here. These fellas, they're fundraising now for a tour across Europe to promote Edmontonian hip-hop culture and grow their fan base. Fanastar is a solution for real people like Nikita, J-Scope, and Beyoncé. We've built a cross-platform MVP for mobile and HoloLens 2, a fan engagement service. During validation, we've got almost 500 registered users. Oops, yeah. And Nikita loves to use Fanastar during concerts. Each time now, he's on a mission with some epic meaning. Every event has development and accomplishment for him. His creativity is empowered. He can even dance, walk on the go, catching digital collectibles, just like I do right now. Play. Oh, nice. With the Vision Pro release, we believe this is the future of how customers will interact before, during, and after live events. We collaborate with J-Scope, creating physical experiences for masses. Got a mission to help stars efficiently engage with all their fans for longer, so that they can earn more money. My name is Sergey Zavoritny. We united with co-founder Pavlo to build a great company. Open our first round to get paying customers and grow. Please back us.
Next up, welcome to the stage, Samantha with Long Distance Family.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Samantha Behan-Fair, the founder of Long Distance Family. Long Distance Family is an online platform that reimagines how to support families with a partner or parent working away from home. We partner with companies to offer them LDF membership services for their workforce as part of their benefits to boost employee retention and mental health support. I am uniquely familiar with this population as my own partner has been on a 2-week on, 1-week off rotation for the last 2.5 years. Adjusting to this lifestyle with 2 young kids was exceptionally difficult for our family, and I was truly surprised at the lack of support. I knew that other families like ours were struggling, and I felt called to do more. Families are overwhelmed, disconnected, and unaware of their support options. Alberta has the second highest provincial divorce rate in Canada, and mental health and addictions are chronic problems on remote work sites. Companies are struggling to keep employees and losing money as a result. One Canadian project spent more than $20 million on employee turnover in 2023. Our membership services are specialized for this lifestyle. They are designed to enhance well-being and quality of relationships for families. We help them learn what their support options are and get them connected. Companies who partner fund the membership fee on behalf of their worker benefits. Not everyone's personal support network has lived in this lifestyle and understands what it's like. LDF gives 24/7 access to a peer community that can validate the challenges of living as a long-distance family. We also offer unlimited support with resource navigation and mental health support through support groups. Rather than competing with existing programs, LDF serves as a wraparound benefit that enhances awareness and accessibility of programs like employee assistance. This increases their usership to maximize the impact. Canadian oil and gas companies employ more than 179,000 workers, with pipelines and projects often requiring travel and operation in remote locations. The Canadian market is $174 billion, with forecasted growth in the years ahead. 39% of companies currently offer employee assistance programs, signaling that supporting workers and their families is valued. LDF's model supports scalability in that companies will enroll their entire remote workforce, but LDF's expenses are proportionate to usership. Not all families who are enrolled in the program will need to access the platform for support. We are ready for enrollment. Our ask is for $150,000 to execute a targeted marketing campaign and help our team grow as we scale our services to families across Canada. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Samantha. So next up, please welcome to the stage Mustafa with CityScan Technologies.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mustafa Gül. I'm the CEO of CityScan Technologies. And at CityScan, we develop solutions to address critical infrastructure challenges. We all know that our transportation infrastructure is deteriorating, and we need effective assessment technologies. But the problem with the current assessment technologies is that they're very expensive and they're very complex to use. And because of this, they are not scalable. At CityScan, we developed a technology that is cost-effective and user-friendly, and it supports full automation. And because of these reasons, it is scalable. Our flagship technology, Asset Intelligence and Payment AI, utilize artificial intelligence to transform simple data to comprehensive infrastructure intelligence. So how we do it? We start with inexpensive equipment and collect data. We process the collected data with proprietary algorithms that we developed, and then we post the data on our cutting-edge platform. Our platform offers several unique features that is very useful for the users, including network-level views, along with 5-meter views of the entire network. So the total market we are in is a huge market, and it's expected to double to $75 billion by 2030. Only for our Payment AI product, the global market is more than 6 billion Canadian dollars annually. Compared to our competitors, our solution is cost-effective, it is precise, and it is scalable. So with simple equipment, we offer more for less. Our business model is flexible. Currently, we are built on recurring contracts, but we are transitioning to subscription-based SaaS models. And we have already gained traction with paying customers and paid projects. And we also completed several demonstration projects with several municipalities. Looking ahead, we expect to increase our revenue substantially in the near future and become a global leader in this domain in a few years. Our team features several experts in their respective fields, all led by the co-founders, myself, and Chipe May, who is sitting right with us right here today. Today, we are asking seed investment around $750K to $1 million to accelerate our growth and improve further improve our technology. Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you, Mustafa. I know I'm not going to look at potholes on the way home tonight the same. So next up, we have Christopher with SwingMatch Golf, and he beat me up here.
I just realized that Dr. Gould was my engineering professor about 7 years ago, and he was one of my favorites, so pretty fun how that works. Hi, everyone. My name is Chris, and I'm the co-founder of SwingMatch Golf, and I'm really excited to share with you about how we're changing the golf industry. So I was lucky to have my dad introduce me to golf at the age of 4. And over the period of my life, I've realized it's actually given me a significant advantage. In fact, I got both my first and my second jobs because I played golf. And in such a technical sport, it's really important to get a lesson early on. And not everyone has that opportunity. In fact, a lot of my former classmates and colleagues have begged for me to give them lessons. They don't embarrass themselves at the next outing with their friends or even their colleagues at the corporate golf tournaments. So through this realization, I've decided to found SwingMatch Golf. And we're tackling a problem where golfers are trying to find lessons, but they're not able to. Generally, you have to reach out to a golf facility over the phone or over email, which is awfully archaic, and go back and forth a few times. And then when you're finally matched with an instructor, they're actually one of numerous available with different price points, teaching styles, and even personalities, which actually matters. So this is leaving golfers feeling confused, intimidated, and some of them are actually stopping playing golf because of this, and this is a huge problem. And so I kind of think of it as like going to an expensive restaurant and ordering a meal, but not actually knowing what's on the plate. This is really important. So I built SwingMatch Golf. We connect golfers with their best fit instructor through an online platform while providing a streamlined matchmaking and booking service. We're creating a win-win situation because we're helping instructors increase their market exposure and automate their booking processes, while we're also lowering the barrier to entry to golf, which is really important. And in addition to that, we're giving golfers the power of choice. Now, through some of my customer discovery, we've realized that it takes an average of about 6 emails and 1 in-person payment just to book 1 lesson, and we're saving that precious time and giving it back to the instructors. Now, the market is larger than you might think. In fact, in 2019, golfers spent over $108 million on golf lessons just in Canada, and there's over 3,700 golf instructors nationwide. Now, we want to start here in Canada, but the larger markets are in the States and Europe, and that is our plan eventually to grow there. Now, despite being pre-revenue, we've actually gained some significant traction in our local community. We partner with numerous organizations that are aligning with our mission and vision. And I'm proud to announce that we'll be launching our MVP in the next few weeks. And we have 20 golf instructors who are ready and willing to use our platform because they want to see things change. Now, my co-founder, Nick, has been instrumental in our progress to this date, and I have an amazing team. We have 2 award-winning instructors, one of which is here today, Lizzie. And we also have a software development expert with over 20 years of experience, and he was actually part of 2 previously successful exits, so we're hoping to learn a lot from him. Now, we need some help in getting some mentorship, in addition to $150,000 to further refine our product. And we'd like to deploy a marketing campaign over the next 2 years across Western Canada, where our goal is to get 250 golf instructors using our platform, which should give us an ARR of about $600,000. Now, at SwingMatch, we believe golf is for everyone, and we're not just playing the game anymore, we're changing the game. If you're all interested in learning more about us, please feel free to scan the QR code. Thanks.
dressed like a golfer, too.
All right. Back to Zach for a word from our sponsors.
All right, this just in, we got our first donation to the bar tab, and it's none other than Zachary James Storms, $200 donation. Who in the crowd would like to be a hero and donate to the bar tab? We're going to Red Star after. Send an e-transfer to cheers@startuptnt.com, and you can be a hero, just like Zach Storms. All right, now a word from two of our sponsors, Fasken. Fasken's law practice mirrors the Alberta marketplace with experience in the energy, oil and gas, mining, real estate, banking, finance, infrastructure, technology, Indigenous affairs, and government sectors. Their services scale from assisting entrepreneurs with startup ventures to aiding global corporations gain access to Canadian markets. KRP. KRP is the largest local independent full-service accounting firm in Alberta. But that doesn't mean that they're not only about spreadsheets and number crunching. They are also about customer service and building strong relationships with the people they serve. Indeed, they provide their services to many members of the local community. Back to you, Kyle, for the next set of pitches.
Thank you, Zach. Next up, introducing our group of companies is IO from Alberta Innovates. IO. Tell us a bit about yourself and then introduce next founders. Thank you.
Sure. Hi, my name is Ayo. I'm with Alberta Innovates. I will be introducing the last or the final set of 5 presenters tonight. But before I do that, can we put our hands together for the last 15 presenters that we've heard from tonight? Yeah, pretty amazing projects and initiatives. So if you don't know about Alberta Innovates, I believe almost everyone does, because we're like the money bag for the innovation ecosystem. We are the research and innovation engine for the province of Alberta. And we stand in for entrepreneurs, for researchers, and we create a community around the innovation ecosystem. And we do this primarily through 3 ways. We make non-dilutive investment into startups, great initiatives and projects. We also provide coaching through our advisors. We call them technology development advisors. You might have heard about them. We have them spread across the province, about 10 of them. And we also support the ecosystem by funding ecosystem partners. Including Startup TNT, which is why I'm here, spending this airtime. And we just have an amazing group of ecosystem partners driving and supporting the ecosystem. So big round of applause to Startup TNT. And my role at Alberta Innovates, I'm the Director of Capital Access. I oversee some of those non-dilutive funding programs that I mentioned. A lot of them you might have interacted with. It's about $20 million in non-dilutive funding that goes into early stage companies. And I also work very closely with the private capital community, and that's why I've been very good friends with the Startup TNT family. All right, straight to why I'm here. First, I will like to introduce Dave from Chatz.
Hello. My name's Dave with Chatz. I'm the founder. We are stopping the gathering, abuse, and theft of personal information on the internet. When you merge your personal information with online activity, you end up with information that's on the internet forever. And that's causing billions of data problems. Credit card companies, they can't even guarantee that your information is safe, so they forgive fraud. Most everybody faces a situation where you're requested for your identification to be handed over for access to services on the internet. So what we're doing is we're removing the prerequisite of identification on the internet and allowing a more freer travel down the information highway. That's going to open up new potentials, we believe, for the internet. Do we think that the the last 30 years of information gathering is wrong, 100%. So what we're doing is we're taking real life and online activity and we're keeping them apart until you decide that it's time to share. And we create a portal between you and the internet. And that's when you decide how much or if and when you share your identification. So Panda Rose is our developer out of Spruce Grove. They have a $45,000 quote for completing our Android and app versions, Android and Apple versions, our website, and our advertisement builder. Our advertisement builder is going to compete with Google and Apple for online marketing. We're going to bring the B2C relationship into our fold, and hopefully the trust and truth aspect of a business relationship will help us create a good following. $100,000 gets us launched, $8 million gets us launched, as well as 4 other iterations. So we're going to have basically 5 versions of the technology developing all at one time, and we'll saturate the marketplace and really create a good brand. $100 million, I'll walk out right now with you. So we're not reinventing the internet. We're just fixing a problem. There's a leak, and it's your information. So when we launch, the next morning, all the 4 billion users on the internet are going to have a choice to either go back to handing out their personal identification or using our deferred ID technology, creating trustworthy and provable relationships, but your information is still held close to your chest until you decide the situation is worthy of sharing. We believe this is a real power move, so if you want to join us, my name's Dave, and I'm the founder of Chatz. Thank you.
Next, let's welcome Ron from Northernmost.
Zachary, thank you. Hi, everybody. Ron Mills from Northernmost. We make machines for organ preservation and logistics, and we've been doing that for a long time. Let me introduce you to the band. I've been in this healthcare for 40 years, transplant for the last 25. Daniel, say hello to him if you see him around. He holds the Northernmost Fellowship in Transplant Freakonomics, so he's had almost 2.5 years of studying transplant thoroughly. And then on the right side, these are the magic wrecking crew. So we're a band, we make hit records, and the 2 guys on top, industrial designers, engineers, who've worked with me for 25 years. So a few exits, 1 big juicy commercialization, and one of those was Tivasol here in Edmonton. And Bennu Engineering has rose from those ashes. They're here tonight, say hello to them. Very highly specialized resource here in Edmonton because of what the startup community did for Tivasol over the last, 8 years. So here's the problem we're solving. When you talk about organ transplantation, people tend to focus on the wait list. And the wait list is not the unmet medical need. The unmet medical need is a gargantuan disease state. And as many kidneys as we could produce would be used. But when you have end-stage renal failure, you need dialysis, which is bad, or a transplant, which is much, much better. The problem is that the kidneys, of course, are scarce. That's changing too. But if you need to get a kidney from a donor to a recipient, chances are it needs to go on a plane. And so that limits how you can preserve it and how you can move it around and how you can track it. It really holds back a lot of the supply and demand, imbalance fixing that we're trying to do. So what we've got are 2 devices that pretty much split this market, especially in the United States, which is our core market. This machine on the left is gorgeous. We got it into the Museum of Modern Art's permanent collection, thank you. We made it, we launched it. It's our main competitor in the pump space. We call them pumps. It can't get on the plane. It's the one thing that we're really just disappointed with is doesn't go on the plane. So every time a kidney has to go on the plane, which is most of the time when you're sharing them across long times and distances, it needs to go in these silly coolers. They're not even that good looking. They're cardboard boxes with a styrofoam insert. Unacceptable, but it's the standard. So we have a better solution. So we're making a pump that flies unattended in commercial cargo, so you can send it anywhere kidneys need to go. It's a razor and blade model. We've got a sterile disposable set that you sell for upwards of $3,500 a pop. Every time they do a kidney, we get paid. And then we have a machine that we actually aren't going to sell them as capital equipment. This time we're going to offer it as a service. So if you can make a machine fly, you can make it fly back to you. And you can see that machine after every use. And you can get it to your customer in perfect shape and ready to go again and drive usage through that machine so that we make money off the razor blades. It's happening. So I never thought I'd live to see the day, but in the last month, the first pig to human kidney transplants have been done. Very successful, patients pretty much routine, and we are from Edmonton, so we're skating to where the pig is going. We have relationships with these folks. We're going to serve the future market as well and grow $1 billion business here in Edmonton. Thank you.
Okay, next up, welcome Big Yon from the Drive AI.
Right, hi. We are the Drive AI, and we supercharge your team's productivity with an AI-first knowledge-sharing platform. Your team's productivity suffers when a project's knowledge, whether it's a file or a conversation, is scattered across various platforms. Remember a time when you worked on a project, you store your documents in Google Drive, share it in, email it using Gmail, and then chat using Slack. How many times did you struggle to find what you needed? On top of that, these existing systems underutilize the stored data. And the opportunity cost to solve this problem is huge. The global storage and knowledge-based management system is expected to grow to $2.1 trillion market by 2030. And that's where the Drive AI comes in. The Drive AI is an AI-first storage system where you can store, read, write, and collaborate with your team and AI. In the Drive AI, you can connect multiple platforms to build your internal knowledge base, and its files and folder will have its own unique chat history that is contextual and can be referred back to. In the Drive AI, AI agents can give you insights into your documents, can take actions like move, sort, delete, share, and handle complex search queries like list 3 files that I edited last week and I've shared with Jack, all by using natural language. On top of that, whenever you share files using the Drive AI, you just don't share files. You share the associated AI assistant as well. And so far, we have had 6,000 users using our platform. We have made $900 plus in revenue. 25,000 files have been uploaded or created in our platform, and we have had 26 plus partnerships with small teams. We're asking or raising $1 million pre-seed at SAFE, and majority of that will be used in research and engineering. We are a team of 3 best friends from college with an extensive background in AI research and software engineering. If there is any team out there who can make it happen, it's us. I'm Bigan, and have a great night. Bye.
Thank you. Next up, let's welcome Ashal from Time Machine.
Right, mic testing. Hello, my name is Harshal, and I'm the CEO and founder of Time Machine. In current climate, modern businesses uses a lot of application to operate, to grow, and to excel. For instance, not only they have to take care of their core product and service, but they have to manage their Instagram profile, digital marketing, manage Google reviews, and the list goes on and on and on. All that leads to everything, just too much of things, everything is disconnected, and things becomes unmanageable for the business owner. And this is where we step in. Time Machine is not just one application, one offering, or a platform. It's an ecosystem. An ecosystem functioning as a super app with 5 components. Time Machine is a social media, an e-commerce marketplace, a customer experience management tool, global rewards program, and business automation tool, all that designed to give hands-free operation to local businesses forever. Now, let's delve deeper. At its core, Time Machine is a social media. Just like Instagram, users can create posts, interact with them, and have endless conversation. And the social on Time Machine is an organic blend between user-generated posts and the business-generated posts. Next up, we have a marketplace built right into Time Machine so that anyone can start selling online in under 5 minutes. And users can purchase those products without leaving Time Machine straight from their social feed, just like that. Next up, we offer a global rewards program so that businesses can use it to forge customer loyalty. And the highlight of this program is that the reward points are shareable. So a user can get 100 points at restaurant A, and they can go about and redeem it online or at storefront anywhere they like. And they really love this feature. Next up, we offer a set of customer experience management tools so that businesses can create feedback, surveys, polls, quiz to get information about their business, and set of automation tools so that Time Machine can create automatic offers, products, contents, campaigns, everything for them once they are signed up. True hands-free operation. Our revenue streams are threefold. The primary source of revenue is the sales commission that we charge to the businesses. Next up, we have advertisement revenue. And finally, we have an exclusive offer club for exclusive deals. On an average, businesses spend around $300 per month on Time Machine, but they save around $2,000 per month on miscellaneous costs and PR. Currently, we are in the alpha testing phase, and we are raising a $2.2 million round to propel us to $1 million in ARR by next year. Our mission is simple. Just like Zuckerberg, we want to become the ecosystem of everything social, local, and e-commerce by 2030. Thank you.
All right, we're getting to our last presentation for tonight. Let's put our hands together for Keith from Aqua-Cell Energy.
Keith is driving here from Calgary right now. He offered to pitch from his car, but we thought that'd be too dangerous, so he did send us a video that we can watch instead.
I'm Keith Cleveland, CEO and co-founder of Aqua-Cell Energy. I'm coming to you from an airport in Calgary, on my way to see you today. We have a proven saltwater battery with paid pilots that will lead to the first 15 million in revenue. We are in the clean energy revolution. Solar power is now the cheapest form of electricity. The only thing holding it back is the high. Scale way faster than any other flow battery because the hardware that houses the water and salt is mass-produced in the water treatment industry. We repurpose it as a battery with our IP that prevents anyone new from using this water treatment technology, saving up to $3 million per year per megawatt. This has got the attention of our first customers, a city in Alberta who wants to pilot our battery, leading to the first 15 million in sales. We've also been the fastest flow battery to scale up to our full-scale battery stack. Battery stack as tall as me that we built in less than 6 months and with less than $200,000. And we're focused on a major market gap that we call the medium-scale, long-duration opportunity. The very small scale, you can get lithium batteries, and for short duration. And on the very large scale, you can get pumped hydro. This leaves an $11 billion market opportunity in the middle, which very few companies are going after. We're going to start by selling to electricity providers or distributors. They're under pressure to get to net zero by 2035. They can store solar energy or charge the battery during the grid during off-peak times to power the grid when it's most congested in the evening. These electricity distributors can become a channel partner to reach the factories they sell to. This is a win-win, as the factories will benefit from that $3 million in cost savings. We're going to charge an upfront fee to cover our costs and then offer energy storage as a service to split in that $3 million in savings. Now, we've already de-risked our scaling to the full-scale stack. We just need to put 12 of these into a shipping container to become our full-scale product, which we're piloting with the customer at the end of the year. I used to work at the water treatment manufacturer who makes these stacks, so I know exactly what it takes to scale this, and I'm well connected with our supplier. I met my co-founder Ellsworth working on flow batteries at the University of Waterloo, and our CFO David has had 10 years of experience at startups. We're on track to well over $100 million in revenue by 2030. And together, we're seeking investment in our company for $2 million to build our full-scale battery pilot, demonstrating traction to secure orders for the next $15 million in revenue. Come be part of the clean energy revolution. It's a multi-billion-dollar opportunity with investment flowing in fast. We've de-risked our scale-up, it's patent pending, and customers are lined up. Together, we will change the way the world uses clean energy.
Is our microphone working? Mic check 1.
2. All right, back to Zach for a word from our sponsors.
All right, we have 2 final sponsor shout-outs to give. First one is Boast. Boast is on a mission to accelerate the success of innovation by helping eligible companies to get quicker access to R&D tax credits. Boast improves claim quality, compliance, and audit readiness with our experienced technical staff, and we remove the mystery, complexity, and difficulty from the process to become your R&D source of truth. The faster you differentiate and compete through innovation, the more you win. Check out Boast. And finally, CBRE is the global leader in commercial real estate services and investments. With services, insights, and data that span every dimension of the industry. They create solutions for clients of every size in every sector and across every geography. Entrepreneurs sometimes think that they are too small to benefit from a real estate broker. But Jeremy and Mark at CBRE would love to have a meeting with you to show you how they can make your office search professional, smooth, and enjoyable. Now, let's hear it from the sponsors. Thank you. Kyle, I just got word that we have one final very special pitch from one of our partners. Can we invite him back up here on stage? Io from Alberta Innovates would like to give one final pitch to the audience about something very special he's got cooking for us at the end of the month.
Well, it's not a pitch. This happens all the time when I don't keep to my notes. How many of us have heard about Inventures? The tech conference, that is the tech conference for Canada. Don't listen to Collision. So Inventures is going to be end of this month in May. It's going to be in Calgary end of this month, May 29th to 31st. How many people are registered? Awesome. Okay. Well, if you're not registered and you're connected to maybe an Edmonton Unlimited or Platform Calgary, please speak to them. They have some discounted tickets. And if you would like to get connected, please reach out to me as well. But you definitely want to be in Calgary end of this month because that is the conference for the tech ecosystem. And you want to be there connecting with other founders, investors, service providers, and lovely, lovely set of speakers that we have lined up this year. And we have some amazing, how will I put this? Some surprises, I'll put it that way. Some surprises. One of them, we have the best AI robot in the world coming on stage to have a one-on-one conversation with the CEO of Alberta Innovate, and it's going to be a wonderful debate. And we have some other things lined up. So you definitely don't want to miss this. Thank you for the time.
All right, thank you, Io. I will be at Inventures. I get to speak at a panel there, and we're doing a very special happy hour in Calgary. It might be one of the biggest parties of the year, just as an added bonus for everybody to join us at Inventures. Now listen, Kyle, it's been a great night. Wouldn't you say?
Fantastic night. That was our top 20 for Summit 9 and YEG. Let's give these companies a giant round of applause. And the work is really just starting now for the investors and the entrepreneurs. We're going to continue the due diligence process over the next 7 weeks. And on June 13th, we're going to announce the location of our top 5 finale. And you're going to hear live who wins the investment.
All right, now listen, don't go anywhere. We're going to stick around. You can stay here till 8:30. Then we're going to Red Star and have some really good news. Guess how large the bar tab is now? $694. Donations from people in this room. Let's give a couple shout-outs. Co-founder Tim Lin had to one-up me, $250 donation. Jillian Dahl, $108. Thank you, Jillian. Rod from Sonance. Rod from Sonance donated, pitched tonight, donated $35. Kyle donated $111. Let's hear it for Kyle. And Christina donated a dollar amount that I'm not allowed to say out loud because it would be inappropriate for this audience. Okay, I would like to thank also all of our sponsors, all of our tech and operations team that's been here all day working on this for months to get this, or weeks to get this together. Let's hear it for them. All of our co-hosts, Angelo, Patrick, Chase, and Io. You guys did a fantastic job hosting tonight. And let's hear for MNP. This is an amazing space. Thank you, Dustin, Angelo, and the entire MNP team for hosting us here tonight. And all of you for joining us here tonight. Stick around. We'll be here for another hour, and then we'll go to Red Star. Thanks, everybody. That is the end of the show.